Hello everybody, my name is Brian, also known as Brian. Welcome back to another video. Yes, I know, this video is on Saturday and not on Friday. The Devil May Cry video is on Saturday and not on Friday. Yes, I know. I can make the same excuse as last week and say that I didn't have time to do it, but I'm not going to do it because, so last video we talked about manga. We talked about my first impressions on Eden Zero, Hiro Mashima's new book, new manga. I had some stuff to say about it. If you guys want to check that out, check it out. Right there. I have to, fuck. Now when I said right there, now I have to put that shit there. Or right there, wherever the fuck the box is. Damn it, more work for me. Today we're going to talk about the Devil May Cry novel, Vol.1. So I got this book quite a while ago and, piqued my interest because it's Devil May Cry. This is not a review of the entire book. This is just my first impressions on the first phase because it's divided into phases. Each phase has its one chapter or a few chapters in the phase. So I just finished. Oh my fucking god, that scared the shit out of me. My fucking god. That was Satan calling me to come back home. But I'm like, no, Satan, not yet. So there's 4 phases and each phase has chapters in it. I just finished the phase 1, so we're just gonna talk about the phase 1 and just talk about my overall impressions on the book. So let's rock. Keep this spoiled for you, so I won't spoil anything for you guys if you guys want to check this out. So first off, this is not canon. It is not confirmed that it's canon. We don't know if it's canon or not. It just says that it takes place before everything. This is the first in the series. It doesn't take in the beginning of Dante's life where he was with his family or his mother, or where his mother died. We just know that it takes place in the beginning of his mercenary business, his hunting business, devil hunting business, taking jobs, things like that. This basically unfolds who Dante becomes in the future, what type of person Dante becomes in the future, because in Devil May Cry 3 we got that revelation in Devil May Cry 3, but this is where Dante begins his whole hunting business and vengeance for his mother's death. Dante uses another name called Tony Redgrave. You pretty much all know that because it's been talking about in the anime. So this takes place him taking small jobs, but this is the beginning of where he begins of making a living on hunting or taking these types of jobs. What I said before, he takes jobs doing this type of stuff, not killing demons. Well, he is aware that what he is. He doesn't take jobs hunting demons. He takes jobs dealing with mafias, protecting people, escorts, stuff like that. He's not a devil hunter yet, but he is but these are the beginning of steps of him becoming of the devil hunter he is. Now again, this is not canon, alright? This is not canon. It is not canon, alright? This is just you could say it's spin-off. This is what he does in the beginning to become what he will in the future. So the characters that appear so far are Tony Redgrave, which is Dante using another name, Gru, a really good friend of his that actually goes on jobs with him sometimes, Enzo, someone who comes to Tony, I gotta say Tony because that's his name. It's not Dante, but it's Tony. Comes to Tony to give him jobs, just like Morrison in the Devil May Cry anime. And Neil Goldstein. I remember it's not Neil, it's Nil Goldstein. And in a previous video when I talked about Nil Goldstein, I called her Neil Goldstein, but no, it's pronounced Nil. So yeah, she does appear in this novel. She's basically a gunsmith. She is a gunsmith, makes weapons for Dante. She has not made ebony and ivory yet. She has not made. I barely read the first phase. He has not have ebony and ivory yet. I am waiting for that to just see the 2 dual guns, ebony and ivory. I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that shit. That's kind of the old summary of this novel. If you guys do want to check it out, check it out. It's only under $10 or so. So if you are a Devil May Cry fan, or you just like, action, fantasy, just something that is mature, get Devil May Cry Volume 1. So, and plus, if you want to start in the Devil May Cry series, get this. But again, it's not canon. But it is just something fun to read. Yeah, it is pretty cool. Now, if you don't care about getting the book, if you don't plan on getting the book, if you don't like reading, I'm just going to talk about some stuff that happened in the first phase of Devil May Cry Volume 1 novel. So it begins with Tony dealing with this gang. It pretty much shows that this is Dante. Dante's doing these crazy ass shits on unhuman stuff he's doing. The whole premise of this novel is it gives you that really dark, evil vibe. But it's a cool vibe for a Devil May Cry fan. You know who he is, you know who this character, who this Tony guy is. So it's cool to see him doing this type of stuff, unhuman stuff, but we all know what he is. So in the beginning of the first chapter, the end of the first chapter, when he's done dealing with these gangs, he lifts these gang leader who he's been dealing with for like 100 times at most. He leaves him be for like the 100th time, and then this gang member Denver, I think that's his name, I forgot his name, Denver's he's already done. He's done dealing with Tony and all his shit because he's been kicking his ass, killing his men all the time. Then at the end of the chapter, he hears some voice saying Dante. Dante, Dante, Dante. He keeps hearing this voice. He turns around and then he sees someone with the scythe. It slices him, and that's the end of. We hear from Denver's from D. And we can all say that it was a demon that killed Denver's, looking for Dante because he was at that scene and he left. So for sure, demons are gonna come around and trying to get Dante because they know who Dante is and they want to kill him. We are introduced to Neil Goldstein. So as I said before, all we got introduced from her is that she makes weapons for Dante. Every time Dante brings any types of guns, she gets it and modifies it basically. Third chapter of phase 1, he meets this guy named Gru. A really good friends with Gru. He's very known with each other. He's very known. They're really good friends. They go on jobs together. But in the novel, it does say that Dante goes into a bar. All he does is drinks alcohol and drinks a strawberry sundae, which I love that they included that. I love that they included that. It's so fucking hilarious that he goes into a bar and then they serve straw sundaes. It's just fucking beautiful. We all know Dante fucking eats that shit all the time. That's one beautiful thing there. The last chapter of phase 4, they do go this job to escort someone named Brown. When they were escorting Brown, a bunch of guys started trying to stop Dante and Gru from taking Brown. But in the process of that, Brown dies, and so they have to escape that mission, and they had to kill everyone around them. Minutes later, the corpses start coming back alive. Dante has his sword, killing some sons of bitches, and they start shooting them up. We all know those are demons coming back trying to get Dante. So the kind of that ends the first phase of it, and you kind of get the feeling that demons are coming for Dante because he's a son of Sparta. But people don't know that because that's just Tony. But we all know from us Devil May Cry fans, we all know that why the demons are here for and why they want Tony. Conclusion. That ends up my book review, or the first phase review of Devil May Cry. I might read some more. I might talk about it more. The other phases. I was planning on doing a full review of the whole Devil May Cry novel, but you know, things got interesting. I wanted to give you my first impressions of this novel. If you guys like reading, if you guys like Devil May Cry, you like dark fantasy, anything like that. So yes, as I said in the last video, expect more videos like this. I like talking about books, mangas, novels, whatever the stuff. My puppies are screaming. So yes, let me know if you want me to continue reviewing the phases and maybe review the entire book. This is just something I want to do. So yes, until then, the next Devil May Cry video, that will be on Friday. You guys wanted me to do another blue orb hunt on Devil May Cry 2 and 3. One of you guys asked, what's part 3 of the Dante Must Die mode on Devil May Cry 3? I'm still debating if I want to do that. I'm not sure if I want to go through that suffering, man. I thought it would be a fun challenge, but no, it's fucking annoying. Until next time, later.